Bruins get a win at home, 4-1 over the Jets. 4 goals last night. They're getting plenty of scoring right now. Does that impact any of their decision-making at the deadline? Not that I think they're going to do much at the deadline. I keep going back to this. I think that this team is overachieving, and they are just going to let it be.
I don't think you're getting a top 6 scorer, right? Like, to give up what you're going to have to get that, and you have to look at it in its totality. I mean, yeah, this stretch is good for them right now, and they are scoring more. Go back a month, where they're not. And how good was Swayman again last night? 1 goal. What's bigger? Your scoring or the way your goalie's playing, as we've been talking about since he made the All-Star game?
Well, I would say the story at the moment is the offensive output of this team.
Yeah, multiple guys.
Swayman's been a great story. Love that. Love that they're continuing to roll without Ullmark. But I think right now you've got to look at the way that they've scored goals and say, well, the pace is not dropping off. Scored 1 million goals lately. It doesn't impact their thinking about what they need. Would they prioritize, if, again, minor pieces? I don't think they're going to do much. They don't have much to work with. So I'm curious about that.
I don't think you're going to see a major move at the deadline just because, to your point, you don't have your first-round pick in 2024. You already don't have the second-round pick in 2025. At a certain point here, you can't keep cashing in the chips, right? At a 2025 first-round, like at some point you have to kind of infuse this thing with young talent. And I just think last year was such a different situation with Bergeron, with Krejci, last run with those guys. When you look at the core now, I don't think you have to necessarily push the chips in the middle of the table to make a move that is going to destabilize the future for the.
It really should be sort of a reset year to sort of get you back to where you're going to be able to acquire people, right? I mean, other than bringing in Lucic, like all the moves have worked.
It's crazy. The hell of an offseason for Sweeney.
Yeah. With no room to move. No room. Thought the only thing he could do was trade a goalie. No.
And a hell of a deadline last year. And if he keeps bringing in talent like that and finding it, what do you even need those draft picks for?
That's a good point, too.
For the future is what you need them for.
I don't think it's sustainable, right?
Yeah, I just don't know how many times you can clear out like that.
So you can have him pick another John Beecher?
I mean, is he a better evaluator of proven talent than he is, amateur type talent?
Well, who is
we don't know.
Like who is it?
Yeah,
Right? I mean, it's easier to evaluate guys that have played at the NHL level. And the harder job is finding who to draft. Always.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think you could just pass on the draft going forward because your GM
can't draft.
Has had some spotty picks over the years.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think you could just say, well, we're out on that now. He's going to be a pro GM only. Like, no, you don't do that. And I don't think they should do that. But it's not just the last few games. This has been a trend that has developed over the last month, that the offensive output and the scoring chances for the Bruins have improved and gotten better. And the team has improved offensively since the start of the year. What's that?
And they've come from everywhere.
Yes. Fluto disagrees. He still thinks they need a top 6 guy. I wouldn't hold your breath. That's what I would say about the situation. Don't hold your breath. I just still can't believe that we're now into the end of January and this team is still keeping up this pace. For a second year in a row, they're just winning night after night after night. It's ridiculous is what it is. And again at home, got your money's worth last night at the Garden again.